Hey guys, I'm back. Just got another new RSGPB 1614, and yeah, gonna be doing another analysis of it. So yeah, spawn here, uh, Tiger Coast, spawn that lava pool there. So I'm just looking for a shipwreck, and I see one in the top left over there. So yes, looking very enterable as long as the shipwreck has enough iron or the buried treasure is close or something. Um, don't usually see enters with like a lava pool on land and a shipwreck. Um, I think I've only had like a couple of enters like this in the past. But yeah, just grab 3 logs to make crafting table and a boat, and then go and grab the shipwreck and come back. Because the lava pool's right there, obviously, so I'm not going to be going to a magma ravine, even if I do spot one, because I don't have anything on me right now, so wouldn't be much point. So yeah, just hoping for good enough loot from the shipwreck, and then should be entering probably like 3 minutes or so. Uh, so yeah, the shipwreck now, and we get 6 iron and 12 nuggets, so 7 iron total, which is enough. And then we get 8 carrots, some armor, and suspicious stew. Not a whole lot of food, but should be okay for now. I make a pretty big mistake later on regarding food, but I'll talk about that later. So yeah, got enough iron. Heading back to the lava pool, getting ready to go in. So yeah, head back here at 2 minutes. Make the pickaxe and bucket, and then turn that into an ingot. Then get 4 stone here. Uh, I probably could have played this like a little bit better. I did it a bit weird. I don't know. I feel like maybe I feel like there's probably a faster like route to doing this, even though I don't I don't really know what that would be. It just feels kind of slow. But yeah, get wood there, and then come back, craft shovel. Uh, I don't have doors or anything, so I just dig gravel underwater. Get flint search try, so luckily don't lose a lot of time there, which is nice. And then building portal at 3 minutes. Pretty similar to last PB, I think. Pretty similar enter times, but the nether is pretty different. So entering now, 3:24. So it's in the F3. Check for E counter. See the E counter is much higher than M plus C, like straight away. So no, there's a bastion pretty close. And then I see that it's this way. So then start running over here and see treasure bastion here, which is like kind of unfortunate. Treasure is like one of my least favorite bastions. I'm not a big fan of it. Uh, I think probably Stables is my least favorite, but Treasure is definitely my second worst. I don't find it very fun to play, and I'm also quite bad at it, so I guess that doesn't help. Um, but yeah, I don't have a lot of food, as I mentioned earlier, so I kill these hoglins here, which goes fine. Uh, kill 2 and get 5, which is enough. So I just head over to this side of the bastion to try and get around to the bridge part. Um, it probably would have been better to do bottom treasure, but I haven't actually learned bottom treasure yet, so it's kind of an issue. Um, but it wasn't incredibly difficult to get to bridge, so just had to dig through a little bit, dig down here a little bit more. But yeah, probably would have been much faster to do bottom treasure. So yeah, I need to get on learning that. But luckily, it didn't matter too much because it was still a PB at least. With bottom treasure, might have been faster, but who knows? So yeah, standards treasure stuff. Make gold helmet. Realize I have my leather helmet on, and then grab this other one. So yeah, standard. Entered Bastion like 5 minutes. I have to give gold to that guy who I luckily saw before he came down. So yeah, enter Bastion 5 minutes. So probably good reasonable time leaving 7:30. For me, like doing a treasure bastion under 2 minutes, like that almost never happens. Uh, like I said, I'm really bad at treasure. I don't like it. So yeah, standard stuff. Except I go up there to check for any piglins that spawn up there because I'm really bad, basically. I've just had it in the past where piglins have spawned like up on terrain above the ramparts, and then they've come down and killed me. So now, just like out of paranoia, I check that, even though like it's happened literally like once out of however many treasure bastions I've done, hundreds probably. Um, well, maybe not hundreds, but a very decent amount, and like it's very rare. So I don't know why I do that. It's just something I do. It's kind of annoying. Uh, like at this point, I'm just kind of tired. I've been doing runs like all day. I was just sort of like on autopilot, so I wasn't really thinking too much. Um, but yeah, get pretty good trade so far. Have all the string I need. Pretty much all the obby I need. Uh, so and I see another pearl trade up there. So I've got pretty much all the pearls I need, and I've got all the obby here. So I'm out now. But I decide to sort my inventory for some reason. But I do grab the gold, which is probably a good play. So yeah, when I was doing the route, I saw up here there was a little bit of open terrain, sort of. So I head up this way, and at this point, I stupidly am thinking that I'm going back the way I came, which is like obviously not true because I came from the treasure room side and I just left the back of the rampart side, so this obviously isn't the way that I came in. But like the terrain looked similar, so I just like sort of fooled myself into thinking I was going the back towards the back towards 0, 0. And then I checked my course here and realized I've gone pretty far, like 260 on the X. So then, because the Bastion was a positive negative, I just decided to head over this way to positive positive, and hope for a fortress over here. After that misplay, and then here I see a fortress over on the right, so got pretty lucky with that. That like mistake of thinking I was going the right way when I wasn't. Actually, luckily, meant I went sort of towards the fortress. So yeah, I'm thinking about food here because I'm running out of pork chops, and I grabbed those two mushrooms of each color. But you'll see later that I don't actually end up using them, and decide to grab food another way because I forgot I had those. So that was like a pretty big mistake. Probably wasted over 30 seconds. So yeah, that was kind of a bad play. But already have got like 2 sets of spawns here, which is pretty good. So 2 for 2, 2 for 3, 2 for 4, and 2 for 5. And then bought this off. I'm thinking this is like pretty good coordinates to blind, just like right here. So yeah, uh, do a little bit more inventory management. Wasted a little bit of time. Could have just made a gold pickaxe and started mining out, but I wasted a little bit of time doing some inventory stuff. But make a gold pickaxe here. I probably should have made two, so I had one for digging down to the stronghold if I need it, uh, which would have saved a few seconds later on because I did have to dig down. But yeah, well, that wasn't too bad, but I should have made another one. So this run is like okay. Up until this point, like I'm thinking right now, this is like pretty good. I got to the spawner under 10 minutes, which is reasonable pace for me. Could be a sub 12 blind. And I think I'm at 5 or 10 here. I'm not sure exactly. But I think my rob rates were pretty average. Nothing crazy. But I think my spawn rates were pretty good, I think. So 6 there, kill that guy, try to go 7. And then I was going to kill that guy, but just decided not to. Just like, fuck it, go on 6. So yeah, blinding at 11:20, which is pretty good. Sleep instantly. Yeah, 11:20 blinds. Probably in like my top 10 blinds, I guess. I don't know. All of the usual stuff. Get water, crocodiles. So through the first eye, about like 141.1. And then through a second eye and see it's like 132. So I know the stronghold is like right here, basically like 100 blocks away. So yeah, here you can see that creeper didn't spot me straight away, which because I was in my inventory, that might have been really bad if it did. So yeah, you can see here, I'm trying to get these cows for food, even though, as I said earlier, I have the mushrooms, which I totally forgot about. But I am like pretty nervous now because I know I'm going to be getting to the stronghold probably like sub 14, which is uh probably like my first or second fastest stronghold enter ever. And then stupidly here, I go for even more food, which is just like so dumb. There was no way I needed that. I had more than enough. I had like 3 steak, pork chop, and a bunch of carrots as well, which I completely forgot about. Throw the eye there, and like it's kind of in a stupid place on the diagonal, so I couldn't really tell which chunk it's in. So I had to throw another one, but luckily neither of them broke, so I'm guaranteed entry. As long as I can find the portal room, and then digging down at 13. Use up like 4 blocks on that gold pickaxe. So yeah, should have made another one, but didn't. Stronghold is pretty high up, so in the stronghold, 13, 15 or whatever it was. Middle, and then down here is a library. So yeah, rating so far, fine. Here, another library. So I suppose the library's out the way. Nothing in there. And that's dead end. So I know going back to the starter room, go this way first. I really should have checked that hallway on the left, but I didn't. Like if the portal room was down that hallway on the left, that could have been really bad. But luckily it wasn't. Not that way. That actually wasn't that many rooms away, so that 5-way, leaving that 5-way probably wasn't the best idea. I think it was probably like 5 rooms away. See, there's a hidden room here, and I say down here. So now entering at 14:19, fastest end enter by about 40 seconds. So I'm really starting to get pretty nervous now because PB is very likely. Just got to do a 5-bed, which I have messed up before. Back when I had my 1835 PB, I choked at a low 70, and that was a 5-bed. Just because I was like so nervous, I missed times like basically all the bets really badly. So yeah, I'm really nervous here. My hands are shaking quite a bit. No perch yet. You can see behind me, like there's so much more terrain. I really should be like way further back. But I'm just playing this safe. Like I said, I was kind of just on autopilot, but at this point I was just way too nervous to think properly. And yeah, I should have been way further back. But luckily I don't it doesn't really end up mattering because the dragon never firewalls. Thought that was a perch pan, but it wasn't. And then yeah, stopped heading back a little bit more. So I sort of realized that I'm sort of like just like messing up really bad. Should be heading backwards as far as I can. See it heading towards it. See this pattern, and I know that's a perch pattern. And then perches, and then yeah, just now have to do a 5-bet, and I'll let this play, and hear my reaction.
Let's go! Let's fucking go. Come on, dude. Yes! Yes! 16-14. Fuck. Yes, dude. Oh. Oh my god. Holy shit, my hands are shaking so much. Yes. Oh, let's go.